on my way to Wacken Open Air, the mecca of heavy metal culture. This is where 40,000 die-hard fans descend on a small town in northern Germany for 4 days of beer, debauchery, and heavy metal. But it's 2 a.m., we have no passes, and none of us speak a word of German.
We're going to stay, we're going to sleep in the lot.
But with the power of charades, we managed to track down the festival organizer, Thomas Jensen. He gives us our passes and a bit of a hard time.
Are you fucking crazy or what? In the middle of the night.
I know. We had a very, very long, hard day. We lost some of our bags.
Surprise, surprise.
These are the festival grounds. Tomorrow, this place will come alive with metalheads, here to worship their metal gods.
I'm in heaven. What? Standing? I'm in fucking heaven.
You know I'm going to lose, and gambling's for fools, but that's the way I like it, baby. I don't want to live forever. And don't forget the Joker.
Where are you guys from? From Italy. From Italy, yeah. Salute! Salute!
It's the morning of the first full day of music at Wacken. Already, the vast majority of fans are totally hungover. Including me.
Looking pretty rough. Don't get too tight, eh? Jesus. Cut me some slack here.
Wacken is about more than just the music. It is a veritable feast of everything metal. Here you can find the metal market, metal breakfast, metal karaoke. You can even play a game of heavy metal foosball.
Oh, sweet. Can I play? Black metal. Oh, who's that? I want Dio. Oh, it should be like black metal versus terrible. Metal.
Wicked. Fans travel tens of thousands of miles from over 20 countries to be at Wacken. As an anthropologist, I'm here to explore the elements that unify this group of fans.
The important thing about festivals is you can come here and get anything you want. Get your band shirts, get everything. Represent.
This is the look, the image, it's the uniform.
What makes metal a culture is, firstly, the music, no question about it. Secondly, uniform is the wrong word, but the way you dress. People dress in a certain way, and it marks them immediately as metal fan.
Black is really important. Leather is really important. Silver is good, in studs. It's not real silver, it's nickel. Black in Western culture in general is a very interesting thing. It means of danger, it means evil, but also, again, of freedom. Outside of the light of day where people are not watching you.
The kids who like metal look like they like metal. Now it's a little different, but there was a time like everyone had long hair, everyone was in black, everyone had tattoos. I mean, it was just funny. It was like an army of kids.
Metal is unified by much more than the way the fans dress. Because mainstream support has come and gone over the past 35 years, metal is kept alive by a dedicated core of fans. They are the ones who publish magazines, program college radio shows, run independent record labels, and host news sites and chat rooms on the internet.
The underground is just a network of friends. Just everyone who's participating. Other people help printing up T-shirts. Another one is driving. Another kid is helping out his friends by, coming along and helping load and unload the van, sell the T-shirt. It's a community.
Yeah, what is a desire? We have three CDs out. Also on vinyl, of course. True metal.
Metal for me is a brotherhood. I think that's what keeps it alive. We pass it on to our younger brothers. We pass it on to our friends. This is a way of life. For me, I wake up, I've got Slayer on the stereo. Before I do anything, some people wake up, they read the paper, they drink coffee. I listen to Slayer, I listen to Testament. It's in your blood. It's the air that you breathe.
It's a substrata of society, as it were, because what attracts heavy metal fans to themselves is a tribal attitude. It's let's go to a festival, let's enjoy ourselves, and the fact that the outside world doesn't actually understand is fantastic.
Which is another thing that I love about it, is like, it's so fucking huge, yet it's like certain people don't even know it exists.
Amazing. They're one of my favorite bands. To see them in front of 40,000 people, it's a fucking dream come true. It was the best show I've ever seen. I was in the pit. I was right in there. That was fucking awesome. That was fucking awesome.
Wacken hosts a wide range of metal bands. For the outsider, it's hard to understand how all these bands fall under the same umbrella. Even for the die-hard metal fan, this gets complex, so you might want to take notes. The early metal bands, along with hard rock, shock rock, and punk, gave birth to an abundance of subgenres, each with their own distinct sound, lyrics, and look. These are power metal, the new wave of British heavy metal, progressive metal, glam metal, pop metal, stoner metal, hardcore, thrash metal, the first wave of black metal, Norwegian black metal, grindcore death metal, Swedish death metal, metalcore, grunge, goth metal, industrial metal, hard alternative, new metal, and the new wave of American metal. But don't worry, I'm at Wacken to focus on the fans, not to meet with bands from every metal subgenre. There are a couple of bands, though, that I can't resist the opportunity to meet.
We're at the gate.
My first interview is with the Norwegian black metal band Mayhem, the most controversial group in the metal underground. The band's former vocalist blew his own brains out with a shotgun, and then his bandmates made necklaces from pieces of his skull. Warning, this interview gets a little weird.
You know, we are pretty true to ourselves. We never bargain with our stuff, you know, we just release it. People don't like it, fuck them, you know. That's why we are here. Because Germany sucks for us. We are here to make, you know, a statement saying that, yeah, Mayhem, we rule. We are the fucking best metal band out there. If people don't recognize it, fuck them. We never negotiate or come to terms. Fuck you! You know what I mean?
Can you repeat the question?
A lot of people we've talked to have said that black metal is starting to lose touch
Who are they?
with its roots.
Which one? Who the fuck are you talking to? Fuck them, you know.
Do you have any comments about that?
Fuck that. Yeah, I have a comment. Fuck you, you know.
Beer and interviews? Not a good combination. But I know one guy who can deliver is Ronnie James Dio. He's the godfather of power metal, metal's most over-the-top and fantastical subgenre. Think swords, sorcery, chivalry, and Dungeons and Dragons, and you've got power metal. One of the things Ronnie is known for is inventing the devil horns, the most enduring symbol of heavy metal culture.
I'm of Italian extraction, and my grandmother, my grandfather on both sides, of both my mother's and father's side, came to America from Italy, and they had superstitions. And I would always see my grandmother when I was a little kid, you know, with her holding my hand and walking down the street. She would see someone and go, "What's that?" And eventually learned that it was called the Maloik. And the Maloik was, someone was giving us the evil eye, so she's giving it protection against the evil eye. Or you can give someone the evil eye too. So invent it, no, but perfect it and make it important, yes, because I did it so much, especially within the confines of that great band, Sabbath, which had this incredible name already, and you put that together with what people think it is. But for me, because I'm lucky enough to have kind of just have done it so much, it's been more equated with me than anyone else. Although Gene Simmons will tell you that he invented it, but then again, Gene invented breathing and shoes and everything, you know.
What makes metal unique? What makes the fans and the culture of metal unique, do you think?
Well, I think it's probably more than anything the fact that it becomes a great big family of people who all share one thing, and that is metal. They just love it, and it's really them against the world. It really is, and I think that's its importance, and that's why it lasts so long.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Ronnie. That was great.
It's clear from my experience here that heavy metal shares something with all cultures, a sense of belonging to a way of life. And now that I've explored the roots of metal and what it means to its fans, it's time to turn my attention to why metal has provoked such strong negative reactions in people. Why has heavy metal been consistently stereotyped, dismissed, and condemned?
I ask you, is there anybody with better lyrics than Lemmy? His opening line on that masterpiece is, "If you squeeze my lizard." How can you not love Lemmy? We have Sam Dunn in the studio with us. Sam has been traveling around the world making a documentary on heavy metal. Welcome to New York, Sam. We hear you're just back from the Wacken Festival in Germany. That must have been a blast. I always wanted to check that out myself. Real quick, is there anybody that completely... your favorite interview so far?
That's hard to choose, but I have to say probably, given my long history as a fan of the music, Bruce Dickinson of Iron Maiden. We got to interview him right on the stage of the Hammersmith Odeon.
Wow.
With the balcony in the background, and it was totally amazing.
And we hear you're going to interview Dee Snider tomorrow. Dee's always a blast to talk to and always outspoken. Make sure you say hello for me.